So what is going on, guys, and welcome back. Today we are going to look at the most unique wall buy locations in World at War and Bo1. Before we start, the reason we're looking at both of these games in one video is that by themselves they don't have very many unique wall buy locations, but hopefully together there will be enough things to talk about. With that being said, let's start looking at some wall buys. Nocturne Towing. There's really only one unique wall buy on this map, and it's the scoped Kar 98K. This weapon is so unique because it isn't like any other wall buy in COD Zombies history. Instead of buying the gun from a chalk outline, you buy the actual gun itself. Not sure if this should even count as a wall buy, but I think it's close enough, and just having to ask yourself if it is a wall buy makes it so much more unique. WaW. In the American side of spawn, there are two doors, one that opens up the rest of the map, and another that leads to a dead end with nothing but a single wall buy. A wall buy so unique that it gets a whole room and door to itself. What's so sad though is the gun inside is a bar which has another wall buy located near the speed cola room. I just don't understand why they didn't put a different gun inside to make it even more special. Well, I mean, I guess they couldn't because in the Zombies Chronicle version of WaW, they put a unique bootlegger wall buy in its place. Kontinuum. This map does not have any unique wall buy locations. I guess in the Bo3 Zombies Chronicle version, there's a somewhat unique Argus wall buy located outside the fishing hut. What makes it different is that it's in the mud, but even that's a stretch. This map really doesn't have very many unique wall buys. Doris, another map that doesn't have wall buys that stand out very much. They all just blend together. I guess one that does somewhat stand out is the trench gun because it's somewhat hidden between some shelves. But again, it's a stretch. There isn't really much to talk about concerning unique wall buys on this map. Nocturne Towing, a basic map that has basic wall buys. It only makes sense. But a wall buy that does stand out a little from the rest are the frag grenades located in the projector room with the pack-a-punch machine. They're in a location isolated from the rest of the map because you can only get to them when you use the teleporter. I also want to give a shout out to the AUG wall buy that is exclusive to the Wii version of Black Ops 1. This gun is located right in the middle of the base of the stage, making it essentially the center of the entire map, which makes it kind of special. 5. Another map that doesn't have a cool wall buy location. I always felt that this map should have had at least one wall buy in the elevator. Like put the stakeout in the elevator that is right next to. That would have made that wall buy so much cooler. But alas, they didn't do that, and all the wall buys are pretty generic on this map. Ascension. There aren't any unique wall buy locations in the original version of Ascension. But in the Zombies Chronicle remake, there is one. The Kuda, located outside the power building. Instead of being on a wall like a normal wall buy, the Kuda is on some debris and on its side. It isn't a lot, but it is enough to make it stand out from the rest. Call of the Dead. This map's most unique wall buy is located on top of one of my favorite fast travels in all of COD Zombies. The M16's wall buy location is unique because you only have a certain amount of time to purchase it before the flinger, which is right beneath you, flings you to the other side of the map. This wall buy sort of reminds me of the HVK wall buy on Gorai Trophy. Both are located on a trap and both fling you off after a certain amount of time. ShangriLa. On paper, this map doesn't have any unique wall buy locations. But that being said, I don't know what it is about the Semtex wall buy in the minecart turntable room, but they just feel so much more special. Probably because the chalk outline is barely outside the boundary of the map. Moon. There's only one standout wall buy on this map, the Bowie knife, which is located near the ceiling of the laboratories. At first, it might seem like it's just out of reach and impossible to get. That is, unless you decompress the laboratory area so there's less gravity. So what makes the Bowie knife so unique is the decision that you need to make of would you rather have the Bowie knife or be able to breathe in the laboratories. And yes, I know you can buy the Bowie knife without decompressing the laboratories, but only really good players can do that. Us common people have to make the decision between air or the Bowie knife. Alright, so that was the most unique wall buys in World at War and Bo1. If you want to see the most unique wall buys in Bo2 or Bo3, check out the playlist on the left. And if you want to see me do some classic zombies challenges, then check out the video on the right. But that is all. Have a great rest of your day.